Hey, it's snowing. I thought I'd come and let you see the snow, as it's nearly March. So greetings from snowy Yorkshire for another exciting episode of Brodie's Bedtime. Let's go inside. Back inside now. There we go. It's quite a wintry day. So, well, it's me, Brodie's dad, and welcome to Brodie's Bedtime. Today, obviously, we've seen a little bit of the snow outside. So get rid of my coat there. But today, we're going to be talking about bees. Because, Brodie, in the great parental tradition, your mummy and daddy have already picked an embarrassing nickname for you. Brodie Bee. And I'll tell you why, and it's even more embarrassing. Had you been a girl... girls. Your name would have been Honey, after your great-grandmama, who I think you're going to come and meet in May. That was her maiden name. It's also one of your daddy's rather unfortunate middle names, but that would have been your first name had you been a girl, and we'd have probably wound up calling you Honeybee as a nickname. One of the painful ironies is that it's carried on as a nickname anyway, and we call you Brodie Bee, or sometimes just Mr. B, because it does kind of suit you. So we thought it would be a bit of fun. This was Mummy's idea too. We had a bit of an episode talking about bees, because bees are quite important in our family, because your great-grandfather, Bilson, he used to keep bees. He used to keep honeybees, and they're very, hello, Brodie! Oh, hello, Toronto fancy. Oh my goodness, we got a tie on. Oh yes, I'm wearing a tie with bees on it. So you are. Look at that. There's a tie with bees on it. It's quite... You've only got a half knot on. I'm not raised... Oh, excuse me. I am a bear. Look, I have paws. I don't have opposable thumbs. I'd like to see you tie a half-knotted tie without opposable thumbs. Huh? It's a good point. Well made, actually. Do you tie that all by yourself? Yes, all by myself. That's very impressive. Did you know that? Well, do you think Brodie knew that I wore this tie to his great grandpa's funeral? Actually, because he liked bees. It's a bee with ties, tie with bees. Bees wearing ties. I wore it to his funeral. I thought I'd have a splash of colour to the proceedings, because you know, he's been a fantastic chap, and maybe one day we'll take you to see his grave, which is near where your great granny lives. You've met your great granny. But yeah, I wore this to his funeral. It's a very, very nice tie. I think we'll take it off you in a bit, and we'll show Brodie how to tie a Windsor knot. How does that sound? Oh, I think that sounds very good. Yes, you want to drag him up properly? Well, me and his mummy do want to drag him up properly. Yes, so we'll be doing that in a second. Now, where was I before you interrupted? You were talking about honeybees. Oh yes, so I was. Yeah, we were talking about honeybees because your great grandfather kept honeybees. And honeybees are fascinating things. I used to go watch them. Now, when you go and visit them, they make a very nice low-lying buzzing sound, like a bzzz. As long as you're doing that, you're safe, right? But if the bzzz becomes a bzzz, that means you've angered them and you have to run. They once chased Granny. Granny somehow upset them. They chased her all around the garden and into the house, at which point apparently she made an ultimatum to Grandpa, great-grandpa, and said it's either me or the bees. And in Grandpa's own words, he said, well, the bees then, they're far more useful. That's a hilarious Yorkshire sense of humour for you. You'll have some of it in you. But honeybees make honey, and they take many trips to and from the hive, and they bring back nectar, and they turn this into honey. And what's really fascinating is that if you move a honeybee hive, you either have to move it less than 2 meters or more than 2 miles. So if you move the honeybee hive, say 4 meters away, all the bees will pile up in the spot where the hive used to be. That's because their brain takes a little photograph of the surrounding area, and it thinks, oh, that's where my hive is, that's where I have to go. Anything less than 2 miles, and its brain engages into that area and lands at the exact same spot. So if you're going to move a beehive, you have to move it more than 2 miles. Now, your great-grandpa, He used to move it occasionally. He'd move it to different parts, sometimes up in the moors, so you can get some heather honey, or sometimes near where there was something being grown called borage, which to me, as a Scotsman, was a bit odd because it sounds a bit like porridge. Yes, porridge, that's right. Bears don't eat porridge. Now, what do bears eat? Honey! Oh yeah, bears do eat honey, don't they? Yes! You haven't given me any honey yet. It's supposed to be a very special episode because I'm a bear and we're talking about bees and honey. Well, okay, we'll feed you some bees. I'm sorry, I've not been very well. Daddy's not been very well the last few days. He was in bed all day yesterday, which is very unlike Daddy. Okay, shall we show Brodie how to tie a Windsor knot? Okay, then. I'm going to have to put you down then. Is that okay? Well, I suppose I'm used to being put down. He's gone down there. I'll take that. Ah! Toronto's going to join us in a bit because we're going to sing a song about bees, about a baby bumblebee, which Daddy used to sing at school, so we thought we'd have a bit of fun. But here we go. Here's how to tie a tie, and we're going to do a Windsor knot. I think it's a half Windsor knot, actually, so we're not going full Windsor. The tie's not quite long enough for that. So you take the big end on your left and the small end on your right, and you make the small end quite short because the big end's got to do all the work. We take it, we loop it round once, and we put it through the top. And then we loop it round the back and around the front again, like so. So you get a nice big knot at the front. It'll make you look very smart. And then we come right back over the top again. And this time, we go through the loop, like that. As you can see. And there we go. Smarten it up a little bit. Tie it up to your neck. Now, one important rule in life. If you have a shirt on with a collar and a button, which your daddy doesn't matter, okay, you do up your top button when you have a tie on, and only when you have a tie on. There is no need whatsoever in this day and age to do up your top button without a tie on. I'm going to use a naughty word, but it makes you look a prick. There, said it. Got it out of the way. Fortunately, you're too young to understand naughty words. And there we go. And you can put one of them on for school, and then later in life, you put one on for work, which you go to every day for the rest of your life. Every day. Anywho, fortunately, your daddy's not important enough to wear a job that merits a tie. But there's a nice tie. I'm going to keep it on, actually. I look kind of fun. And we're going to get Toronto again. Hello. And we're going to sing. What are you looking so embarrassed for? Don't be silly. We're going to sing about a baby bumblebee. Are you ready? I'm taking home my baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be surprised at me? I'm taking home my baby bumblebee. Ow! It stung me. I'm squashing up my baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be surprised at me? I'm squashing up my baby bumblebee. What a mess. I'm licking up my baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be surprised at me? I'm licking up my baby bumblebee. I feel sick. I'm bringing up my baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be surprised at me? I'm bringing up my baby bumblebee. What a nasty mess. I'm sweeping up my baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be surprised at me? I'm sweeping up my baby bumblebee. Ow! She hit me. And that's the song about the baby bumblebee. Anyway, just on a quick note, it was lovely to see you on his birthday last week, Brodie, and we had a lovely day in Shrewsbury, and I have a lovely picture of us next to a big boy's toy. It's a piece of artillery. And you look unamused as usual, but your daddy had a wonderful time, and it was really good to see you. And you've grown so much, and you're so big now, and your daddy's very proud of you. So he's going to come and see you, I think, in a couple of weeks, because he doesn't want to leave a big gap again between seeing you. But until then, lots of love from me and Toronto. Bye-bye, Brodie. And you be a good boy. Lots of love. Bye, Brodie. Bye.